Happy Saturday. For episode 8, I'm taking y'all to Italy. We are going to be making chicken, sausage, mozzarella stuffed meatballs tonight with some whole wheat spaghetti. And we are going to be pairing that delicious Italian style meal with this amazing, juicy Montepulciano wine from Italy. Stay tuned, it's gonna be deep to the LISH. Hey guys, very, very excited to taste this wine with you tonight. So a lot of you may have never heard of Montepulciano wine. So a lot of times in Italy, the famous wines are your Chianti, your Brunellos, and that's your Sangiovese grape. And that's probably the most popular grape in Italy. But I wanted to teach you guys about a wine tonight that you may have never heard of. So this is the Montepulciano. It comes from the Abruzzo region. So this is probably the only wine that I can think of in the old world where the grape is actually mentioned right on the front of the label. Usually it's just the region, but this is the grape and the region on the label. What is so great about Montepulciano is that it is very soft tannins, very easy drinking, fruity, but it also has some herbs and earth in it as well. So this wine has notes of blackberry, plum, some leather, dried herbs, and a little touch of vanilla. Very excited to try this. The Montepulciano wines go super well with red sauces and with pizza, and that's why I decided to pair this delicious Montepulciano with our meatballs tonight. Can't wait to dive in. Babe.
Oh.
It's time to taste.
Excellent.
Yes. It smells really juicy. This is super good. Very soft, but there is a level of acidity in this that I really like. Kind of bites the middle of my palate right in the mid sip. What do you think, honey?
It's definitely juicy. It's got a pretty fruity, juicy flavor. It's gonna go great. I'm gonna save it for the dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. This is delicious. And Texas does really well with Italian grape varietals too. So in the high plains, they grow a lot of Sangiovese, they grow Montepulciano, Aglianico. There's a lot of good Italian varietals that grow well in Texas because of our climate. So this is gonna be great. Cheers, everyone. Let's get cooking. Hey guys, so excited to start these meatballs. Now I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm actually on my lunch break. It's in the middle of the day, but I wanted to put the meatballs together during my lunch break so they can marinate and get all those really good, yummy flavors together. I'll put them together, throw them in the fridge, and then when my work day is done, all I have to do is pull them out of the fridge, pop them in the oven at 400 for 30 minutes, and make our delicious marinara and whole wheat pasta. So we're getting a head start on these meatballs today. So this is what we're gonna do. Very first thing when you're working with meatballs or meatloaf or any kind of thing where your hands are in, right? Take your rings off. Just take your rings off. They do not need to be on. Remember to make sure, remove the rings. All right, now we're going to take our ground chicken. This is 1 pound of ground chicken, and we're gonna put that in our bowl. Now, for those of you that cannot find Italian sausage with like outside of the casings, you can buy Italian sausage in the casings like this, and all you have to do is cut them just like this and then strip out. See, the casing comes right off and you can pop it right in there. And this is 1 pound of Italian sausage. So we are taking a pound of ground chicken and a pound of mild Italian sausage. Now, if you like sweet, you could do sweet. If you like hot, you could do hot, whatever you wanted. I'm actually going to put a little bit more heat in these today. So I like to add my own heat so that I can control the level of heat that I like. So we are gonna be adding some red pepper flake into our meatballs. All right, I'm going to rinse my hands so I can measure everything in, and we're gonna get it. Okay guys, we have our meat in and we are ready to get going on this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in 4 eggs. You heard me right. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And 1 shell.
Ooh, 4 eggs. Okay, so I got my 4 eggs in. Now I'm gonna add a 1.5 cups of Parm cheese. I'm loading these meatballs up with Parm cheese. I'm gonna add 2/3 of a cup of breadcrumbs. So that was 1/3. I'm gonna measure out another 1/3 cup here. These are Italian style breadcrumbs. I'm gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt and pepper. Okay, and then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper. Here comes our heat. Boom! That's where our heat's coming from, right there. We are controlling the heat on these meatballs. That's it. That's what's going in. Now, my hands are next. So these are gonna be mozzarella stuffed chicken sausage meatballs. What? Yes. D to the LISH. All right, guys, it's time to stuff our meatballs. Now, here is a little Ange tip for you. Because I don't want to be digging my hands into the meat and then having to dip into the balls, the cheese balls, to get a cheese ball out, I'd rather just put them in here and I can just grab easily, right? So, well, here, too many. Let's see, let's try this. See if this works. I say it's an Ange tip, we'll see. Now, I like a good size meatball. So something like this right here is perfect for me. I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take carefully 1 cheese ball and I'm gonna push it right in the meat so that it's nice and stuffed right in there. Here we go. Let's make them. And here are our ginormous cheese stuffed meatballs. Now, you can make smaller meatballs if you want. So you can make a lot more and just make them smaller, but I like a nice big juicy meatball in the middle of my pasta. So we're gonna cover these with foil. We're gonna throw them in the fridge and they're just gonna marinate like this all afternoon. And then when I'm done with work, we'll pull them out and we'll show you how we finish these puppies off. Can't wait to dive in. Hey guys, okay, so you saw me put the meatballs together on my lunch break earlier today. So as soon as I was done with work, I preheated the oven to 400 degrees and I put those babies in. So we have about 20 minutes or so left on them. I'm gonna turn them in a couple of minutes so that both sides will get browned. I have my water getting ready to boil for my whole wheat pasta, and I just put some olive oil in my pan over here, and I'm gonna put some, I've got 1 onion that I've chopped and diced, and 4 cloves of garlic that I sliced. I love to make homemade marinara, and I'm gonna do that with a can of crushed tomatoes tonight, and I'm adding in some seasonings and some onion and garlic. So we're gonna let that just slow cook on the stove while our meatballs are cooking in the oven. I love spaghetti and meatballs. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, you do not have to make your own marinara. You can absolutely get a jar of marinara and throw it in the pan. I do that a lot. I'll get marinara and then I'll doctor it up. I'll add some more spices, I'll add a little bit more garlic, or you know, just whatever I want to make it, just give it a little more oomph, you know? You can absolutely make regular jarred marinara with these meatballs. All right, got the garlic in with my onions. I'm just gonna get those cooked down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add in my tomatoes, crushed tomatoes. It already smells so good. I don't know about you guys, but I love whole wheat pasta. This is a little bit of a healthier option tonight, so we're doing the chicken meatballs and the whole wheat pasta, so a little healthier for us tonight. Whole wheat pasta, to me, you get a really great, there's like a nuttiness on the whole wheat pasta, a little bit more of a sweetness, kind of like a chewy texture. It's delicious, delicious. And so we're gonna have the whole wheat spaghetti tonight. Now I'm gonna give the meatballs a flip. All right, here they are. Look at how nice and browned they are on the bottoms there. This is why you want to flip your meatballs halfway through so that you get even browning. All right, back in the oven they go. All right, guys, the water is boiling. So let me get my salt in and my pasta. Oops. All right, a good handful of pasta for Mr. Carl and I tonight. A little bit more. I love pasta. Let's just get the spaghetti down in the water. And now I'm going to give my onions and my garlic a nice stir. And then I'm going to add in my jar of crushed tomatoes. So I'm adding 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon gives such a great flavor in your marinara. So we've added in cinnamon, added in our Italian seasoning. We have garlic and onion, and now I'm gonna add in some salt and pepper. And then we'll give this marinara a nice stir. And then I'm going to put the lid on and I'm just going to let it slow cook and get all those flavors all married together while our meatballs finish up in the oven. And then once we pull our meatballs out, we'll put our meatballs in the sauce. We'll sprinkle some mozzarella cheese on the top and get it all melted in. How to the lish. Hey guys, water is boiling. I got a nice hard simmer on this beautiful marinara. And let me tell you, I'm gonna throw in an audible because I decided I wanna put in some Parm cheese in it. So I'm just gonna shake some Parm cheese and mix it up, blend it in.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I was already in like a really good mood, but this Parm cheese thing is making me feel even better.
Oh yeah. A little bit of cheese, just blend it in with your marinara. I'm just doing a few shakes, nothing crazy. I just wanna make it a little bit creamy, and the Parm cheese just adds a depth of flavor. So I'm just adding that in. Oh my gosh. This is such a beautiful hot tub for those meatballs.
I'm very cheesy as well, and I have a lot of depth.
Oh my goodness. You guys, check out these noodles. Now I'm gonna cover this bad boy again. Get it turned down to low. Look at these noodles, you guys.
Pull them up. There you go.
Look at how beautiful they are. Yes. And there, oops, there. You want to try to escape. Devil. Trying to do. Ooh, they're about done. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain these guys. We're gonna pull our meatballs and build these amazing bowls. But I'm gonna put the meatballs in my pan first and melt some cheese on top. Stay tuned. Right, guys, look at these gorgeous, beautiful meatballs. Pulled them right out of the oven. I'm just gonna place them in my pan. But like I said, you can make smaller meatballs. And if you're not like me where you work from home, you're like, Ange, what must be nice to have a lunch break and be able to do that kind of stuff. You could do it for like before you leave in the morning. You can make your meatballs and throw them in the fridge to marinate all day. Or you can just make them up before you put them in the oven. It doesn't really matter. Whatever is convenient for you. All right, let me get some cheese on these bad boys.
Hey, would you grab a Truly while you're in there?
Nope. I'm just gonna put some mozzarella. I'm just
Say
gonna
no.
put some mozzarella cheese.
Damn it.
I'm just gonna sprinkle some mozz cheese right on top of these bad boys. I know, right? More mozz cheese. Yeah, it's inside the meatballs and outside the meatballs. All right, so we've got the cheese on. I've got the lid back on, and I cranked the heat just a smidge, just so we can get all those flavors married together with the meatballs in the sauce, and the cheese will melt nicely all over those meatballs, and then we're going to build our pasta bowls. Stay tuned. Hey. Okay.
Not just yet.
Now that's
Mr.
enough.
P.
Now that's enough. We're not starting yet. You have to wait until I'm ready, okay? You sit on my shoulder until I'm ready. Right up there. Now you stay. Hey guys, it's time to taste this delicious feast. Yeah, what restaurant is gonna serve you meatballs like this? I don't know of any. Oh no, Pickles. No, you're not gonna do this tonight. Okay, so I picked up this baguette from Panera, and I threw it in the oven for like, I don't know, a little less than 10 minutes, just to kind of crisp it up and warm it up a bit. I don't know about you guys, but I love carbs with my carbs. That's what you do on pasta night, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and dive in on this dinner. And I did give myself a pasta spoon. I'm gonna start with just a little bit of my noodles here, because I love my whole wheat pasta noodles with my sauce. Pickles. Excuse me, but no, you don't just get to, okay? No, you don't just get to. You get to when I say so. Okay.
Okay, while this is happening, look at this. I mean, who doesn't want a mozzarella stuffed meatball like that? That's pretty amazing.
I know Pickles does. I'll tell you, the pasta is delicious. Oh, Pickles likes the bread too. That's excellent. Look at these delicious meatballs with the cheese. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh. Oh, yes.
Okay. That's my plate, dude. You are the biggest little piggy in this house. Ooh, you can see my Truly in the background.
The spiciness that the sausage brings to these meatballs, along with that half a teaspoon of red pepper I put in, just absolutely D to the lish. What an amazing Italian style dinner that you can make at home, even on a work night. That's what I'm talking about. Another episode of Saturday Dinners. It's a wrap. Cheers, everyone. Sorry, I put lips in your glass. Oh my. He's a mess. Sitting on the...
Well, that's gonna be a good sound check.
Oh God, you already hit it on? Well, the fence is down now. I can see everything.
You gotta relax about the fence, I think. Eh?
Okay,
It's
I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's not like just because we don't have a fence. We're just like looking in with no.
All right. Okay. Let me know when we're ready to go. All right. Boom. Get this meat going. How disrespectful to this Montepulciano.
Cleansing my palate.
So this is what we're gonna do. First things first. I'm gonna start over because I feel like I started with this. I was like, this is what we're gonna do.
I think you can slow down. I think you're okay.
You're right. Just because I'm on my lunch break, I can calm down.
Deep breaths.
Okay.